And another Buffy review, and this one is from season 1, episode 7, named Angel. So this episode again is another episode that I actually really enjoy. Yes, it does focus mainly about Angel, Buffy's love for Angel and Angel's love for Buffy. We also get another storyline that Alexander is getting a bit more frustrated in this one as his feelings grow for Buffy as well. Generally, this episode is really good, and it's an episode that I enjoy very much. Strictly because it's starting to kind of set up that season finale. Like I said, it's mainly based on Angel's backstory. So in this episode, there are so many different little things in here that are going on, which I actually really enjoy. Main one is that even though I knew this and now known it since the first time I watched it, but if you haven't watched it, I'm just going to do this as a spoiler anyway, to be fair, because I have to. In this episode, we actually find out Angel is a vampire, but with a twist. So, at the beginning of this episode, Buffy basically has to come up against, well, the Master basically sends a trio of badass vampires, warrior vampires who are very loyal, very dedicated to basically kill the Slayer because she keeps hurting the Master. While this is happening, I'll get it right in a second. Here we go. Right. So Buffy comes up against the three and basically struggles, and where Angel comes in to basically help her out or save her from the three. Meanwhile, they basically have to run away, and Angel gets invited into Buffy's house where there's a little bit more of a connection to them, and basically he pretty much admits that he loves Buffy. Meanwhile, later on in the episode, we find out that he is a vampire, but he's a vampire with a difference as well. And it's a very good backstory. When I first watched this episode, I remember watching it years and years ago, back in 97, I think it was. I remember it's a pretty cool touch. You knew and you kind of sensed that there was something with him, and you knew he wasn't human, and you really kind of, get the proper backstory of his life. I really enjoy it because this mainly focuses around more of them connecting with each other in this episode, and you really get to see that. They have their first kiss in this episode. We also, like I said, we get to see Xander's love for Buffy grow, and when he finds out that Angel is a vampire, it's a perfect time for him to try and say, like, well, he's a vampire, you gotta kill him. It's obvious, he's a vampire, he's obviously bad. Not until we later on find out that he got cursed, and basically his soul was restored. Meanwhile, Darla is still planning to kill the Slayer and try and get Angel back on the side. This is another part of the storyline I actually really enjoy. It's really the one main episode you actually see Darla do anything very significant, and I actually kind of enjoyed it, to be fair. I admit some of her performances in later episodes in Angel are better than this one. It seemed a little bit cheesy and corny in little places, but you get to see how much of a bond that Darla and Angel had. Like I said, this episode is a very enjoyable episode. You get a backstory, it's more onto the vampire kind of scene of it, and like I said, it does start to try and set up that final episode as well. There is talk about this, but actually knowing that I've literally just finished watching the last episode of Buffy of this season, there is an inconsistency with this storyline, with the Master sending people to kill Buffy, but yet in that end episode she was always the key. So there is a little bit of an inconsistency, which I've only literally just picked up on, to be fair. But generally, like I said, you get to see that connection and bond start to grow between them. It's just an enjoyable episode. I really love it. Like I said, you get a backstory to Angel. He's been very mysterious and recluse, and I admit, it doesn't have the same effect on me as it did the first one, but it's still enjoyable to get that nostalgia throwback that you get when I watch these episodes again. And it's been a while since I watched Buffy, and it's just been really good actually just watching them and getting a chance to share my views of this. It's just an enjoyable episode. I love backstories to people's characters, because from now on in this, you really start to get quite an emotional attachment to a lot of the characters that are in this program. I do, but then again, I am a massive fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer anyway. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below as normal. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.